has been a while since we have chatted about all of the new makeup, all of the new skincare, all of the new beauty products that are out on the market. What am I interested in buying? What am I not interested in buying? What are the new formulas out there? And what have I already purchased? We've got a lot to chat about in today's video. So before I ramble on, let's go ahead and jump right into all of the new makeup. Some of the stuff we're going to talk about today is newer than others on the market. Some of these are like literally brand new launches, and some of them have been out for a hot minute now, but I still have thoughts on them. This first release, which I'm actually really excited about, this is the new Hourglass liquid blush. They call it their Unreal Liquid Blush. It looks like it comes in the same packaging as the Pat McGrath, that one like water drop primer that she has. It looks like it's very similar packaging to that. So based on that formula and what I know about this packaging, I'm assuming that this blush formula is a true very watery liquid. I'm assuming that this liquid blush doesn't have any like creaminess or any thickness to it at all, because again, if it's the packaging that I'm thinking, this has to be a straight watery liquid. There are 7 different shades in this collection, as with usual Hourglass releases, all very neutral, natural shades. I actually think this is a great launch. I do think that liquid blush, cream blush, it is so trendy right now. Every single brand has their version of a cream or liquid blush, and I do like that Hourglass is doing something a little different. There are so many cream blushes on the market that are coming out in like a stick formula or like a true cream formula. So the fact that this is gonna be a really liquid, like watery liquid blush, again, I'm assuming based on the packaging, I think is a unique release. I think the color scheme is just fine. It does seem like there are enough lighter shades, enough medium shades, and a couple of deeper shades too. So hopefully the whole spectrum will find something that they could use. I would be willing to try it. Also because most of what I've tried from Hourglass has been a hit. I've found very few misses in the Hourglass brand as a whole. A lot of their formulas are really innovative, they're different, they're new, they're exciting. So I would be excited to try this blush. This is something that is already in my Sephora shopping basket, and I have not hit checkout yet, but I will very soon. This is the PHLUR Vanilla Skin Eau de Parfum. If you guys know anything about the fragrance community, PHLUR's Vanilla Skin Body Mist is such a popular body mist. It's a delicious, creamy vanilla with a slight woody undertone to it. I own it myself and I love it. It is so good. It's so like the perfect mix between a gourmand that doesn't go too edible. Like I do think it's very vanilla and very delicious smelling, but it doesn't make you smell like a straight up cupcake. Those woody notes really do ground it and make it easy to wear vanilla fragrance. Because that body mist has basically gone viral all over the internet, PHLUR, rightly so, decided to release the formula in an eau de parfum. From what I've heard, this is the stronger, more longer lasting version of the Vanilla Skin Body Mist. The reason I haven't pulled the trigger quite yet, it's just sitting in my Sephora shopping basket right now, is because I do own a large size of the Vanilla Skin Body Mist, and I just want to make sure that it's just different enough to justify owning the fragrance mist as well as the perfume. I don't want to necessarily own 2 exact replicas in my already ever-growing fragrance collection right now. So I just want to make sure, I want to hear some reviews from other people. I want to know that this one genuinely does last longer. Maybe it smells just a slight difference, just to justify it in my own head. Am I gonna end up pulling the trigger? Yeah, probably. But sometimes you just need the extra push from one of your favorite fragrance influencers. So I'm just waiting for somebody to just confirm for me that I do need this. Okay, so this is the new Skin by Kim makeup line. She's releasing a huge shade range of lip glosses as well as 3 different highlighters. The highlighters claim to be a hybrid gel powder highlighter that effortlessly sculpts, shapes, and defines. I mean, it looks fine. Even the lip glosses, a cushiony lightweight lip gloss that hydrates, comforts, and coats lips in a soft wash of color, never sticky formula, blah, blah, blah. There's 10 different nudes that are literally named nude 1, nude 2, nude 3, nude 4, all the way down to nude 10. It's a classic Kim Kardashian makeup release. If you guys missed KKW Beauty, here you go. There's the Skin by Kim, and it's gonna follow in the same footsteps. For me, I'm not interested in trying it. I would be curious in like swatching them just to see the formula of the gloss, but in terms of actually purchasing it, it's not for me. I'm gonna pass. I just can't imagine how Kim Kardashian is gonna take this Skin by Kim makeup brand now and make it anything different to what KKW already had. I don't know. I would be curious. Again, it looks like a Kim Kardashian like product and formula launch, but yeah, it's not for me. Okay, so here is something that I'm really interested in trying. This is the new Naturium sunscreen. It is a tinted moisturizer, SPF 50 plus. It comes in 3 different shades, just your light, medium, and deep, and it's essentially a very lightly tinted, glowy sunscreen. I have used this product in the untinted version. I actually purchased it because I needed to purchase some of the Naturium marula oil. I've been using that kind of as my morning marula oil, and then I've been using my Drunk Elephant as my evening marula oil. It's a whole thing. I don't want to get into it, but it's a whole thing. So either way, I needed to repurchase their marula oil, and in order to get free shipping, I wanted to, you know, stack up my cart so I didn't have to pay for shipping. And I figured, okay, let me try a mini of this sunscreen. I've been testing out different facial sunscreens because I feel like the Super Goop one that I've been using, I don't like the way it feels on my skin anymore. I don't know if it's just a thing, but after a while, I get really tired of that silicone-y texture on my skin. The one that the Super Goop Unseen Sunscreen leaves on your skin. I don't want my face to always feel like I have a silicone primer on it, but that's how that product was making my skin feel. So either way, I did purchase a mini of this Naturium sunscreen in the untinted version, and I love it. It is very glowy, don't get me wrong. It is a glow to the gods look, but I've really been enjoying it, especially when I haven't been wearing makeup. It does just make my skin look glossy, but not oily necessarily, just very glowy and hydrated, and I kind of love it. So I'm curious about their tinted version. Based on the little diagram, I would probably purchase it in the medium. You can see that it seems like each of these 3 shades will stretch for a lot of different skin tones. Obviously, that means there isn't that much of a tint in this product. It's definitely nowhere close to a foundation. So I am very curious about it. I do like the untinted version of this product. So the tinted version is tempting me, especially with the SPF 50. I like it. And I do like the overall texture of the untinted one. It's more of like a hydrating moisturizer on my skin. It doesn't leave that like silicone-y feel on my skin. You know, it just looks like a nice hydrating moisturizer, but it has SPF 50 in it. So I love that. Okay, let's talk about the new Patrick Major Glow Cream and Powder Light Reflecting Highlighter Duos. I'll be totally honest, I was so excited when I saw this announced. But you guys, I have seen some reviews on this formula, and like I said, I was very excited about it. The cream and powder blush duos that Patrick Ta has are some of my holy grail. I love both of those formulas, and I love the fact that they come in a single compact. But from what I've seen on these highlighters, the cream side is essentially a sticky, tacky, lip glossy consistency. I've heard that it doesn't dry down. I've heard that it's not really like, it's essentially, you're getting the glow from the shine, from the glossy shine, not from the actual mica that's in this product. For me, I don't need to put any type of glossy, sticky product on my cheeks. That's not gonna age well. That's not gonna wear well throughout the day. It's just gonna have my hair stuck to it. it's gonna be so uncomfortable on my skin. I already know that based on what I've heard the texture is. So that is really disappointing. I'm sure the powder counterpart is really nice. I mean, I'm sure it is, but just the fact that half of it is essentially a melted down lip gloss and that doesn't dry down on your skin, so you're just left with a literal streak of sticky, tacky glossiness, that's a no-go for me. That's a no-go. Unfortunately, I do like that Patrick Ta also has some unique textures, unique formulas. I do feel like his is one of the few brands that is coming out with more innovative products. So in that sense, obviously this is maybe different from what I've seen in other cream highlighters, but to me, not necessarily in a good way. Okay, I know this is basically old news by now, but I need to go ahead and talk about it. The Natasha Denona Golden Collection. There is an eyeshadow palette, a highlighter palette, and a lip gloss. I bought all three of these. To be honest, I'm not really in love with any of them. I know that's gonna be a hot take, but I have the original gold palette from Natasha Denona, and to me this golden palette essentially strips down the gold palette and takes out all of the stuff I love about it. The best shimmers that were in the gold palette are not in this golden palette. The teal colors from the gold palette, which added a little bit of diversity and something a little different, those are not in the golden palette. I do like the packaging of this product, but I do feel like overall, I'm not really loving the golden palette. The highlighter palette, again, honestly, there's a light, medium, and deeper highlighter. It just feels like no matter what your skin tone is, you're not gonna be able to use all three of these in a highlight form. Either you're gonna be too light for the deepest shade, you're gonna be too deep for the lightest shade, or you're just gonna, it's gonna have to be like a mix and match type situation. I wish she would have came out with these shades in individuals instead of in the palette form, because I don't think any single person needs all three of these colors. And then as far as the product that was a total fail, complete fail for me, was this gloss. This lip gloss, it's a plumping gloss, and I don't feel like it was stated well enough that this is a plumping gloss. This lip gloss is burny, it is tingly, it hurts. It hurts when it's on your mouth. I don't like a plumping gloss. I don't like a tingling gloss. It's not my journey. I literally I don't want anything like that on my mouth. So yeah, this collection overall, in my opinion, it was kind of a fail. I wasn't super impressed by it. Maybe if you missed out on the original gold palette, this could be a decent replacement for you. But again, in my opinion, all of the specialness that was in the original gold palette just isn't in this golden palette, unfortunately. At least for me, I wasn't as impressed. But with all of that being said, if you're still interested in this collection or anything on the Natasha Denona website, I recently became a Natasha Denona affiliate, which is really, really exciting. So if you guys want to purchase anything from the Natasha Denona website, you can use my coupon code, which is just my name, Ishani, and I think that gets you 15% off the Natasha Denona website. So you can use that code if you want to purchase the golden collection or any other product. Even though I didn't give this collection a rave review, because you guys know I'm not going to BS you. I'm not going to say something's amazing and you have to go buy it if I don't believe that. But I do think overall Natasha Denona is one of my favorite makeup brands. Just this collection didn't hit for me. This new foundation from e.l.f. I am very, very interested in. This is the Soft Glam Satin Foundation. It comes in 36 shades, which is an incredible shade range, especially for a brand like e.l.f. And I am so interested in trying this. It says a long-lasting, hydrating liquid foundation that delivers medium buildable coverage and a satin finish. There are so many makeup products nowadays that are more in the glowy, satin, like luminous vibe, and I'm trying to find some that I really like. I don't really have a favorite luminous foundation. It's just never been my thing. It's never a formula that I tend to gravitate towards in general. And anytime I do try more of a glowy, luminous satin foundation, I'm never happy with the longevity. I'm never happy with the way it lays on my skin. It always sinks into my pores. If you guys have deeper pores in your skin and you have kind of problematic skin in general, you know what I'm talking about. But this one I am curious about, especially because it's only $8. Insane. I mean, that is cheaper than all of the drugstore foundations. Even L'Oreal foundations are like $17 nowadays. So this is a great price for a great shade range, and e.l.f. has been kind of killing it lately in terms of their formulas. So I am really curious about this one. Another formula that I'm this close to purchasing. There's only one thing that's holding me back from purchasing this lip product, and it is the fact that I recently did a huge lip product declutter. And because of that declutter, I was able to shop my stash a bit. I was able to rediscover formulas that I already own that I haven't been using in years. And so I'm really like excited about some of the products I already own, and it feels like I don't need to constantly buy new stuff. But Lisa Eldridge has a new lip product formula, and if you guys know, Lisa Eldridge is one of my favorite makeup brands. It's one of my favorite beauty influencers, and she does release some really great formulas overall. Her lip product formulas in general are some of my favorite on the market. So this is her Balm Embrace Melting Lip Color. It comes in 5 different shades. It's essentially a glossy, glowy, tinted lip balm vibe. You know, it's a similar formula to, I'm sure, what we've seen on the market already, but this is Lisa Eldridge's take on it. And apart from having so many lip products already in my collection that I do need to use and enjoy and love while I have them, I also am not crazy about the shade range of this product. There are 5 shades, which I think is great, but I know the lightest one is going to be far too light for me. I'm not interested in like a red tone necessarily, and then I'm worried that that pinky shade is going to be too pink for my skin tone. So that leaves me with the Sweet Fig shade and the Metropolis shade, but Metropolis to me kind of reminds me of something similar to Clinique Black Honey. I don't know, I guess I was hoping for more of a pinky nude shade for my skin tone. The pinky color in this range I think is just going to be far too pink. I think it's going to go like too bright for me. So that's one of the other things that's kind of holding me back, especially in this glowy, glossy formula. I would want something that's not so dark or so bright because I know it might get a little messy. So yeah, maybe she'll expand the shade range, and in that case, I will definitely keep my eye out because I'm excited about this formula. I'm excited about a new Lisa Eldridge release always, but I wasn't crazy about the shade range. This one I'm buying. I'm buying this. I don't even care. The new Summer Fridays Iced Coffee Lip Butter Balm. This is a shade and like a flavor that they had. I believe it was in a holiday kit last year. It was limited to that holiday kit. It was new in that holiday kit, and you could only get it if you bought that whole set. I missed out on that set. I didn't purchase it, but since I have smelled this product, which I smelled it from my friend Lauren May Beauty here on YouTube, she loves this particular shade and like flavor of this product, and I smelled hers and I was really jealous that I couldn't get it. But now that it's available, I absolutely am getting my hands on this. The new Iced Coffee Lip Butter Balm. The Lip Butter Balm is one of my favorite lip formulas. It's glossy, it's hydrating, it has the perfect consistency. This shade does also have a tint to it. It's kind of like a neutral mid-tone brown shade, and I love this formula overall. So this is going to be absolutely purchased by me, and I don't think this is limited edition anymore. I want to say this particular shade is going to be added to their permanent line, which I'm really excited about. Okay, you guys, Clionadh Cosmetics has some new products out right now. This is the new Fruit Salad Reblended collection. There are 8 different fruit lighters, which are like their highlighter, duochrome, super shimmery formula. And there are 8 nail polishes that go along with them. When I was in New Orleans for Creators and Friends, Clionadh Cosmetics was one of the brands that was there to do like a little workshop for us. And they had us make nail polishes, which was the coolest experience ever. It's something that I'm gonna look back on for so many years to come, because it was so fun being able to custom create a duochrome, multi-chrome, vibrant nail polish. And you really got to see how difficult creating these formulas actually are. But during their time there, they also gifted us some of the products from this new Fruit Reblended collection. And those fruit lighters, you guys, they are so good. They're shimmery, they're duochromy, they are so yummy. I love Clionadh Cosmetics. You guys know I've been a big fan for so many years. I've purchased so many products from them. So being able to actually meet the two owners of Clionadh Cosmetics and being able to just see a little bit of behind the scenes with this brand was really fun. They genuinely have some of the best formulas in the makeup industry right now. And especially if you're looking for something shiny, something glowy, something duochromy, you really can't get better than Clionadh. The Fruit Lighter highlighters are available right now, along with the nail polishes, both of which I highly recommend. And they have 9 new stained glass eyeshadows, which, if you guys are familiar with Clionadh Cosmetics, their stained glass eyeshadow collection is really what put them on the map. They are the most glowy, bright, vibrant, just metallic eyeshadows I've ever seen. I have a huge jumbo palette full of stained glass eyeshadows that I purchased myself. And then when I went to that trip, they gifted us these 9 new shades, which are just stunning. Oh, they're so good. They're so pretty. Either way, I highly recommend checking out Clionadh Cosmetics in general, and especially this new collection. It's so good. Okay, I want to talk about these new Kosas blushes, because I have ragged on Kosas a lot on my channel. I have spoken very poorly about Kosas in the past and how I'm not really interested in this brand as a whole. And then Kosas released a product where I'm like, do I need to eat my words a little bit? Because I am interested in these. And I think the reason they're getting me is based on the nostalgia. These are their new Blush is Life Baked Talc-Free Dimensional and Brightening Blushes. And I think the reason that these are getting me is because they're bringing me back to the good old days, the nostalgic days of the Milani Baked Blushes. Were you guys around for the Milani Baked Blush craze? Because I used to love those blushes. They were some of my holy grails. And there's something about this, just everything about it reminds me, I mean, it's not like the packaging looks exactly the same, but just the fact that it's a baked marbled blush, it's round, it's domed, it's just so reminiscent of the good old YouTube days when Milani baked blushes were literally the most popular thing on the planet. I think the range of these blushes is really nice. They have some pinky tones, they have some neutrals, they have some corals, they have some plum colors. So overall, I mean, the range looks good. The blushes look nice. Who the heck knows if these have any preservatives in them or if they're going to start smelling like French fries in 3.5 days. That I don't know, because, you know, they have to start off by saying it's a clean, silky smooth, talc-free powder blush. I'm always worried about that, okay? Because this is also infused with hyaluronic acid and squalane, and you want to make sure that there's a pretty decent preservative system. Otherwise, this is going to get moldy. I'm worried that this is going to get moldy, but I will be honest, these are tempting. I don't know, we'll see. There are so many great blushes on the market nowadays though, including this one, the new HAUS Labs Color Fuse blushes. They call these their glassy blush balms, and these are glassy looking blush balms, you guys. There are 8 different shades. They look glowy. They almost look a little greasy, if I'm being honest. This is a formula that I would absolutely have to swatch. Like, I need to swatch these. I need to make sure that this isn't going to be like that Patrick Ta lip gloss in a stick vibe. Because if this is going to be anything like a sticky, tacky, super glossy, this will never dry down, your hair will stick to it, bugs will stick to you, that type of vibe, we're not going for that in our makeup. I'm not looking for that. But the range of colors looks terrific. Overall, I mean, I can see where HAUS Labs was going with this. I like the packaging. I mean, other than the possibility that this just might be too glossy. Other than that, I think this was a really good launch. I'm gonna need to swatch these in person to get an idea on the formula before I go for it. But I do think overall, this looks like a good launch. My goodness, we could just do like a blush speed round. I feel like we need to speed round all these blush formulas. But the new NYX, what are these called? The Buttermelt Blushes. These look great too. I've heard amazing things about this formula. It just looks like a classic powder blush, but it comes in 12 different shades. Again, the range is terrific. I've heard incredible things about the formula. Supposedly they're so smooth and blendable and beautiful. And I love that blush is back, you guys. I love that blush is making such a comeback right now and everybody is releasing a new fun formula. Especially when it comes to cheek products, there are so many different formulas you can release. Like you can do powders, you can do creams, you can do a cream to powder, you can do a glossy cream, you can do a baked powder, you can do it shimmery, you can do it glowy, you can do it glittery, you could do it matte, you could do it satin. Like there's so many ways you can go with a cheek product in general. So I love that different brands are playing around with these different formulas versus something like, I don't know, like an eyeshadow. Like you can only make an eyeshadow so glossy or sticky. Like most people don't want a sticky cream eyeshadow, for example, but sometimes people are down for a sticky cream blush, and you know what? More power to them. Sorry, back to the NYX Buttermelt. These look good. These look really good. I would definitely be curious to try these. I mean, I do think most of these blush formulas look interesting. Even Armani has a new Luminous Silk Cheek Tint. Again, a cream liquid blush. Looks beautiful. Definitely would be curious to try it. I'm not crazy about the color range of this one. As you can see, based on the 6 colors, 4 of them look pretty light and then 2 of them look like they could work on my skin tone. So that's a little unfortunate. But other than that, I mean, if this is similar to their Luminous Silk Foundation in terms of formula, I'm sure this is gonna be a big hit. Lawless has some new blushes. The Pinch My Cheeks Soft Blur Cream Blushes. These look really pretty as well. Not crazy about the shade range, but that could just be because of my skin tone and the fact that it looks like 4 out of the 6 of these would not work on me. But there are just so many blushes out right now. Even the new Makeup by Mario stick blushes. These are the Soft Pop Blush sticks. There are 10 different shades of this formula available. I do like this shade range. It looks really inclusive, and yeah, you guys, blush is a thing. Blush is definitely a thing right now, and I'm really happy about it. Okay guys, that is where I'm gonna call it quits for today. There are so many new beauty products, makeup, fragrance, skincare, just everything out there now. It's so fun to go through them. It's so overwhelming wanting to stay on top of it and trying all the new stuff. Let me know in the comments down below, what have you guys been trying lately? Is there anything you guys want my opinions on? Anything you want me to test out? I would love to do a video testing out new makeup products, but because there are literally so many out there, I need to know, what are you guys actually interested in trying? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. I have a really fun video coming up for you guys next. It's one that I put a lot of thought into and I'm really excited about. So I hope you guys stay tuned for that one. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my future videos, and I will see you in my next video very soon. I'll see you then. Bye.